guys. I'm trying to get this mic hooked up. Okay. YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on a Saturday, starts and sits for your championship week. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. Okay, guys. So, I got some news. I got all types of news. I got good news. I got bad news. I got regular news. But before we do, let's go through this weather real quick. Let's get this weather stuff over. It gets boring talking about the weather. But I got to mention it as a content creator. Appreciate everybody being here. Congratulations to everybody that made it this far for your fantasy football championships. Cutting edge content here. Cutting edge content. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the games today. Okay, so we got the first game that I'm going to talk about, guys. Yes, sir, Tron. I see you, Wesley. Yes, sir. I see you, Dean James Talley. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me do something else, too. Oh, messages. Okay. We're going to get to that, Wesley. That's a great question. Okay. So the first game I want to talk about is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to the New England Patriots, which is a West Coast team traveling to the East Coast. So make sure you keep that in mind. Just a little bit. Nothing to make a tough decision on. Or maybe it can split a couple hairs and help you make a decision. But the Chargers is traveling to the New England Patriots, which is the East Coast, West Coast going to the East Coast. It's going to be a 66% chance of rain. So it looks like this game is going to be rainy. Doesn't mean that I'm going to sit anybody in it, but just let you know it's going to be raining. And it's going to be 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to be chill with a 66% chance of rain. 5 miles per hour wind. That's fine. So I'm still starting the guys. It's going to be a running type game. Both teams. Don't sleep on Drake May. He can push the ball downfield. The weapons he don't really have a lot of superior weapons, but the weapons they got they okay. They can make things happen here and there. Polk, Keyshawn Butte. Who knew that Keyshawn Butte would have a ball out this season the way he is? He's doing good for that team as a young second-year player. The Chargers, I'm starting everybody. Far as if you need to. If you need to start QJ, you need to start Alad McConkey. You already know that. J.K. Dobbins, because, and we're going to talk about that when we get to the injuries, Gus Edwards is out. J.K. just came back. So this is a J.K. game. I would start J.K. in my championship run. Way to come back, J.K., for your championship run. All right, so that's it for that game. Start you guys. Know that it's raining. Moving on to the next game today, which is going to be the 4:30 game, is going to be the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I want to ask y'all again, and I asked this question on my last live. Are y'all going to sit Jamar Chase because of Pat Surtain? I want to hear that. Because y'all said you need to sit Pat Surtain and shut everybody down. Well, why can't he shut Jamar? Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver to ever touch the field? No, you don't sit your studs, especially in the championship. Now, can you sit a fringe top 27 wide receiver who's had some good weeks? Yeah, you can sit Christian Watson. Or you can sit, let me see, who's some guys that I'm willing to sit. Maybe Adam Thielen, maybe. Like, you can sit those guys when they're going up against Patrick Surtain, but you don't sit the top 12 studs. So, anyway, Cincinnati looks like they're going to beat this defense down. I really believe that. Joe Burrow's on one. So, I love starting Chase Brown, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Those are the four guys that I'm starting. T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown. But Denver Broncos, Bo Nix is a good play. He always a solid quarterback. He can make it happen, running the ball, throwing the ball. I don't trust anybody else as far as on this offense outside of maybe Courtland Sutton, but it's a Bo Nix and Courtland Sutton type game. Even though this is a good matchup for Denver. I don't know what running back. I wouldn't start any of those running backs. So anyway, let's get to the weather. I didn't hit the weather, but it's going to be 61 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a great weather game right now. 5 miles per hour and only a 12% chance of rain, that's great. That's gravy. So start your guys. This is a big game. This is Jamar Chase. A lot of Jamar Chases and Joe Burrows are in the championships. So this is gonna be a big game. I see you, Elisa. I see you, C.A. Jefferson. The next game, the 8 o'clock game, was one of my favorite games. It's going to be the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Chargers, and this is a dorm game, so we don't even know about the weather. But I'm still starting all my guys. Matthew Stafford, I know we don't like what's been going on, but if you got him, I'm not going to stream Bryce Young over Matthew Stafford, not with Chuba Hubbard being out. And we're going to talk about that later. So I'm going to play Matthew Stafford. Kyler Murray, if you have to play him, you got to play him. If you don't got nobody else. Again, I don't know if I'm going to Bryce Young to play him because you got to be able to go down with the ship. If Kyler Murray has a great game and you play Bryce Young over him, I don't know if you ever forgive yourself. But if you play Kyler Murray and he doesn't have a great game and Bryce Young does, I think you can live with that, right? Start your studs in this game. James Conner, I don't know. I would say if he's active, you almost got to start him as a flex play. That's the best thing I can tell you. Rams start all the guys, even Cooper Kupp if you need to. If you got somebody else better that you feel safer about streaming over Cooper Kupp, that's fine. But Kyron Williams is a must start. Matthew Stafford, to me, I'm starting him if I've been playing him all year, right? But I would play maybe Bo Nix over him. I can see Bo Nix being played over him. Make sure you get the likes up, guys. What's up, Brandon? I see you. All right, so that's for the day. We only going to talk about today game, so that's why I went a little bit longer on per game basis. But let's go talk about the weather, not the weather, but the news. So this is Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard is on IR. It hurts me. I got Chuba in the championship round. I'm upset, but it is what it is. I don't sit here and dwell on it. It's a lot of players that I'm missing. I'm missing a lot of. I had to play all types of guys. I got to play Antonio Gibson. I got to play Antonio Gibson in my league. This is not a redraft 12-team league. This is a dynasty league. I do a lot of dynasty. Play a lot of dynasty. I got a couple redraft. I'm in a couple championships in redraft, but I'm okay with redraft. But dynasty, I'm hurting. So hopefully I need a breakout game from Antonio Gibson. But anyway, according to Chuba Hubbard, what's going on with Chuba Hubbard? The Panthers are expected to place Hubbard, who is listed as questionable for Sunday game against the Buccaneers, on injured reserve due to a calf and knee injury. Adam Scheffler of ESPN and NFL Network Tom Pelissero report that the injury that is slated to lead to the anticipated roster move is not considered major, but the 4-11 Panthers are not in playoff contention, so why would they waste him and use him with why he's hurt? So they don't want to make it worse. So in Hubbard's looming absence for the team's final 2 games, Raheem Blackshear, according to I saw that comment earlier, is on track to see an expanded role with Mike Boone and Emmanuel Bailey candidates to be elevated from the Carolina's practice squad. In a full PPR league, I play Blackshear, but I expect all these guys to get carries, and I expect Bryce to throw the ball a little bit more. I think Adam Thielen is going to be the beneficial of all this with the injury to Chuba Hubbard. I think Adam Thielen is going to get 3 to 4 more targets, which is going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if he get 10 or more targets this week. So I don't want to play Blackshear, but it's up. If you need to, you got to play Blackshear, Antonio Gibson, kind of like I'm doing in Dynasty. Maybe you might have to go to Blackshear, but I don't think he's a good matchup or a good play to feel comfortable with. All right, let's talk about a few more other things. James Conner is expected to play today. T. Higgins is expected to play today against the Denver Broncos. Let's see. Deshaun Watson agreed to restructure his contract. So that's going to help out the Cleveland Browns. I'm glad that they are working that out, and I'm glad that Deshaun is doing what he needs to do, protecting his money, but also helping the team out to make moves. He knows he hasn't been playing great, so do the right thing. And I'm not telling nobody else what to do with their pockets, but I like that he did that, and they're not fighting in court over the money, right? So kudos to both the organization and Deshaun Watson. Malik Neighbors is looking like he's going to play. I think he's going to play. I think so. I hope so. I need him. Come on, Malik. Tyler Batty is downgraded to out. He will not be playing. I don't know if that helps anybody that want to play anybody. I don't know if I'm going to play Estime. I don't know if I would do that. I do not trust no Sean Payton. Javonte is healthy, so it's going to be musical chairs back there. Let's see. Anything else? Isaac Guerrero had another limited session, so it looks like he can play for the San Francisco 49ers and get a lot of carries, right, for their team. I don't think they're going to put Pat Taylor back in, so it's going to be an Isaac Guerrero show. Not saying that they won't be throwing it to, the wide receivers or in the tight end, but I do believe Isaac Guerrero is still a top 24 running back for his floor. Let's see here. Just want to see if anything else. I don't like to read out the defensive players because we all don't play IDP. So I'll try to get to some of the real good news. Jerry Jeudy looks like he's going to be playing against the Dolphins. I don't know if that's going to help anybody. Spencer Rattler is the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. Jalen Waddle is listed as questionable. I don't know if I would start him. If you got somebody else better, I would probably play him over Jalen Waddle. Tua is listed as questionable. We already knew that. I think they overcoming that. They will be playing. And Chris Olave is still on IR. So, guys, I think that's good. Yeah, and Alec Pierce for the Indianapolis Colts is cleared to play for Week 17. But outside of the Chris Olave still on IR, I know a lot of us was hoping that he could come back. Alvin Kamara is going to be out for Week 17 too. So that actually makes the Las Vegas Raiders a good streaming defense. I actually would stream them now with Alvin Kamara gone. J.K. Dobbins, you got to play him. I think he's up for a good matchup. Kenny Pickett, I'm not telling people to start him. But I don't know. It's going to be a tough game for the Eagles. Cowboys can win this game. Let's see. And we know that, like we said, we know Jalen Hurts is out. Tony Pollard is still listed as questionable. Hopefully they would set him because I got Tajay Spears. So hopefully they sit Tony Pollard. But if they don't, I still like Tajay Spears as a sneaky start, as a flex play. Okay. All right. So let's get to some of these questions. Appreciate everybody being here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So first question, Dean James Talley. He says, who are we starting today? T. Higgins, Cooper Kupp, Marvin Harrison Jr., Water, Jonnu Smith, or Josh Downs? Start 2 for the championship. Let's go. Okay, so Marvin Harrison Jr. is volatile. So I'm looking past him. I'm not going to no Waddle because Waddle has been way too volatile. It's championship week. We have a decision on you. We have our mind made up about you. You have to have your mind made up today about all these players. You can't be, well, they do good sometimes. Now, if you don't do good most of the time, I'm not playing you. Cooper Kupp, I like Cooper Kupp, but those last 2 games, it ain't been a 3-game trend, which that helps me, but the last 2 games has been bad. So I'm saying no with the guys that you got out here. Jonnu Smith, I'm not putting Jonnu Smith with these type of talent that you have in the flex. If you want to do that, that's an okay move, but I wouldn't do it when you got guys like T. Higgins and Josh Downs. Now, right now, I think it's between T. Higgins and Josh Downs, but T. Higgins has got a little bit of sauce because hopefully he get the second-tier corner and Patrick Surtain go with Jamar Chase. And I think T. Higgins getting the crumbs from Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow combination is going to be great crumbs, right? It's almost like eating in a rich person's house. If you're getting caviar crumbs, it's caviar. It may be crumbs, but it's caviar. And I believe with Joe Burrow right now, it's caviar. He's killing it. So I would play T. Higgins over Josh Downs. Josh Downs with Anthony Richardson, and I don't know if he's going to start. I don't even care if Joe Flacco plays. I don't want to go to Josh Downs. I haven't seen it enough. T. Higgins has been playing too well for me to sit him for Cooper Kupp, who's had 2 bad games, and he's older, and Marvin Harrison Jr., who ain't even getting targets, and the targets that he's getting is raggedy. Waddle has been hurt. He ain't did good all year. Only had maybe 1 good game. Jonnu Smith has been killing it. But so the thing is, do you want to play Jonnu Smith as a tight end and play him over T. Higgins? So I would probably play T. Higgins and Josh Downs for the 2 guys that I would want to play. I wouldn't want to go to Jonnu Smith, but if you did, I would replace him with Josh Downs. And I don't think it's a terrible move, but I would prefer to play a positional player. Yep. Great question, though, Dean James. Tron Forrest, what's up, bruh? What's going on with you? He says, what up, TD? What's up, bruh? Wesley Mendez says, is Black Shear for Carolina a good play? He's an okay play. It's not a bad play. He's not a terrible play. He's an okay play. Like if you ain't got nothing else, right? It's kind of like, and excuse me, y'all know I do my metaphors. It's kind of like going to the club. If you get ready to go home and you looking to, to try to hit off with a shorty, if it's late and you only got 30 minutes before the lights come on, you got to make tough decisions. So that particular girl might be the one that you're going home with, right? And just being funny, guys, it's being a joke, so I hope nobody don't take it the wrong way. So Black Shear, only if you are desperate, it's a good play. C.A. Jefferson, what's up, big dog? He says, I got me and my pops to the championship, and you played a major part in it. Cold is in the game. Thank you, bruh. That's what motivates me. That's what motivates me to get up early. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, CA. Elisa, she says, good morning, TD. What's going on, Elisa? She said, I just lost Hubbard. I did too, Elisa. Who do I start full PPR? Ford, Spears, ETN, Isaac Guerrero. Thank you. So right now, don't panic because you got some great backup running backs. Great job, Elisa. That's why I always tell people that you got to keep picking up running backs. You never know who's going to get the daggum role for you to win that week. And right now, you got these. You lost Hubbard. Now you got great guys to back them up. And these are really good starts. So it's going to be kind of tough. To me, I will put Spears in if Tony Pollard misses. But if Tony Pollard plays, then I will go with Isaac Guerrero over Ford. And the reason why, it's going to be between Isaac and Ford with Tony Pollard playing. It's like I said, if Tony Pollard sits, it's Spears easy. The thing, I don't like Isaac Guerrero offensive line with no Trent Richardson. What's his name? I can't think of Trent, but the offensive tackle, left tackle. He's great. He's a Hall of Famer. He's not playing, and they lost a couple other guys. So that team didn't look good with Patrick Taylor. And I know Patrick Taylor's a little different than Isaac. He's not like on Isaac level, but it didn't look good. Ford, he caught a lot of passes. He averaged 4.8 yards per carry. Ford in PPR, it's just DTR turns me off completely. Pause. DTR turns me off completely. So I like Isaac with a better offense with Brock Purdy as a quarterback who we know can move the ball. He got Debo, which makes me nervous, but that's gonna help that team move. So you're hoping for a falling touchdown. I would go with in full PPR. Hold on, this is tough. Let me make sure. I want to give. This is championship week. I'm going with Ford. I think Detroit defensive line, even though their defense has been struggling just a little bit, but not in the run game, I'm going to go with Ford for full PPR and catching passes. So let's go with Ford. Hopefully he can break another play, a long play for you, and catch about 4 or 5 balls from DTR or Jameis if they put Jameis in. So I'm going with Ford. But remember, if Tony Pollard misses, go with Spears. Great question, guys. This is championship week, so I'm going to make sure I get to the bottom and try to give y'all a great detailed answer. C.A. Jefferson says, AR is injured, is a little shaky, right? Should I start Stafford over AR5? Bro, that's something that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to make that decision, bro. You're going to have to make that decision because I don't know how AR, if he's active, I will wait because, Matthew Stafford got to play today. So I would try to get a handcuff and wait for AR5. That type of matchup for AR5, depending on his injury, what is his injury? Guys, put it in the chat. Because I know he's been a little bit shaky, but I didn't worry about it early. So I never saw what was the real injury. What is the injury? If you're not safe with waiting on AR5 and playing Joe Flacco, then you need to go with Matthew Stafford today. And you got to be okay with going down the ship. Even if Matthew Stafford give you 2 points, you got to be okay with that. Now, if you're not okay with Matthew Stafford and give you 2 points, then wait it out And if AR misses, go to Joe Flacco and go down with that ship. So you got those are the two things that you're gonna have to do, bro. That's not for me to tell you because it's about an injury. And I don't know up into game time. I don't know what type of injury and how AR is gonna be feeling. I would want myself personally, I would want to wait and try to express AR long as I could. I would try to wait to see what's going on with AR and make a pivot then. So I probably would not play Matthew Stafford today, but I don't know if I feel good about Joe Flacco. If I didn't feel good about Joe Flacco, I would go ahead and play Matthew Stafford. So that's the decision that you're going to have to make, man. It's all about the injury with AR and if he going to run the ball. C.A. Jefferson says, should I force downs in my lineup if Flacco plays? I would have to sit MHJ, Tyrone Tracy, or Adam Thielen. No, I would not do it. Maybe against Tyrone Tracy, I could see you putting putting downs in for Tyrone Tracy, but I wouldn't do it for Marvin Harrison Jr. with that upside or Adam Thielen. But I do think he's a solid play with Joe Flacco. He's been out for a while, right? Joe Flacco and Josh Downs missed a little bit of time, and so this kind of like is volatile a little bit, right? So I would probably I would like to stick with Tyrone Tracy. Probably. I would rather go down with the running back, depending on your league format. If it's half-point PPR, definitely Tyrone Tracy. If it's full PPR, then I can see you putting downs in. Elisa says full PPR, Devontae Smith or J-Mo. Well, what do you need, Elisa? Do you got a great team and are you projected to win? If you are projected to win, you got a great team, then go with Devontae Smith because he's safer. But if you need some boom, maybe you play some of these guys like DK Metcalf who only gave you a few points, then you go with J-Mo for the upside. So it's got to be, do you need the upside play or do you need the floor play? The upside play is J-Mo, the floor play, the safe play, to go down with your ship play no matter what and feel good about it is Devontae Smith. But the boom to win the week, to win your championship is J-Mo, depending on what your team needs and depending on the projections. Brandon, what's up, bruh? Let's see here. Brandon says, TD, started picking, so I need my flex to bloom. Boom. Lad, JK, J-Mo, or Garindo. You got to go with JK. You need to be playing Lad and JK. You got to get Lad and JK in your lineups over J-Mo and Garindo. So Lad is a must start, and JK is a must start. J-Mo is a nice start. He's a boom bust start, and Garindo is, well, that's the best running back that I got, and he's starting, so I'm playing him. That's what type of attitude for each one of those players. But Lad, you got to get him in your lineup. I can't sit there and tell you to play Lad over JK or JK over Lad because both of them, the guys, are ranked in top 12 at their position. JK just got ranked in the top 12 with everybody being out in the matchup. So JK is a top 12 running back, and Lad is a top 12 wide receiver. You got to find a way to try to get both of them in there. That's the best that I can break that down for you, Brandon. Siobhan says Ford or Tracy. I'm going with Ford over Tracy. I'm going with Ford over Tracy in full PPR. Ford with him averaging the yards per carry that he did, that makes me feel a little bit better. And he's also going to catch passes. So he's basically a better Tyrone Tracy on a little bit of a better team. So I would rather have play forward. Cole Packs is great news. Only the 5th player I drafted is on IR. Hey, that's how it happens, bro. I done lost 2 players in this week for my championship run. I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got about 6. I'm in the 6 championships out of like 17 leagues. Maybe a couple more ins and out leagues that I might have had for friends and stuff. But I lost a lot of guys too, bro. I understand. Dollar bill, y'all. He says, bro, Garindo or Jalen McMillan. Full PPR, bro. I'm going with Jalen McMillan. I like to play number 2 wide receivers when everybody's concentrated on the number 1 guy. They're going to be concentrated on Mike Evans because Mike Evans wants to break his record, which is like 10 consecutive years of having 1,000 yards, which is a great thing. It's a Hall of Fame type goal that he's hitting. So I think they're going to put double coverage and roll safeties over to Mike Evans, and that's going to help Jalen McMillan. I like Garendo, but again, what kind of got me a little bit slow on my feet as far as the 49ers is that offensive line. And then Debo. I think this is Debo season. Even though Garendo back there, they might get Debo the goal line carry, and that's when we all going to be pissed that played Garendo. And I think Debo's going to get that carry. Because they want to show Debo. They might trade Debo in the offseason. Like, look what Debo can do. And they just let him go off. So be careful with that. But I would say McMillan. Siobhan says Dobbins off IR is questionable. Looks like he may play. He's going to play. Gus Edwards ruled out. Keep an eye on this if you have Dobbins. Facts. And I would play Dobbins. You got no other choice. Conscience says no calling grown men boy here. Thanks, chatters. Let me see here. Put user go to channel activity. What did Chris Cofit say? Guys, let me know. Chris Cofit has been did somebody delete his message? What's going on, Conscious? Who's in here? Who in the chat? Always let me know what's going on. Because I want those guys gone too. Okay, let me see. I can see it here. Oh, so he's trying to say turn your phone around. Yeah, man. Well, bro, I need to see the screen in order to work it. So I'm not gonna be able to get the 4K camera. I gotta actually be able to touch the buttons. I can't turn it around that way. But appreciate the advice though, man. But I understand what you was doing, Conscious, because a lot of these people be weird in here. Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to Thomas, who's been a 6-month member of the channel. I remember when he signed up, bro. I appreciate it. You killed it in the leagues, man. I hope to see you back next year, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guys, I'm gonna be doing. I moved the giveaway. I'm gonna do a giveaway on New Year's. I gotta time it up, but I'm gonna be giving some stuff away. I missed the Christmas deadline, but it didn't make sense for me to do it that particular day. I forgot what happened, but I will be doing a giveaway for the members only live. It's gonna be a members only live. All right, let's get back to these questions. Tron says Cup, Mooney, Blackshear at flex. I'm going with Cup. Mooney is the rookie, man. I'm nervous about him. He's playing good, but his floor is capped. I mean, his ceiling is capped because he's a rookie. His ceiling is capped because he's playing with a rookie with Michael Penix. Blackshear, if he balls out, he balls out. I'm not going to chase that. I just don't feel comfortable with that, right? That offensive line is pretty good, but I just don't feel comfortable with that. Cup is the guy that I feel comfortable, even though he's gave me 2 games where it's been shitty. So I would rather play Cup over Mooney and Blackshear. If you wanted to get a little bit saucy, maybe play Blackshear just because you think he's going to get the carries. But if he don't get the goal line carries, you're going to be upset. So I would go with Cooper Kupp. I'm pretty sure that they're going to get Kupp some type of targets. I don't know if it's going to be a touchdown. But out of those 3 guys, I would go with Kupp. Conscious says, hit the like button. I'm out of the playoffs, but I quietly still watch, like, and support. Thank you, Conscious. Appreciate you, bruh. Tron says, currently have Aubrey, but worried facing Philly and no CD. Possibly rain and 14 miles per hour winds. Okay. Should I continue rolling out Audrey or pivot to Joshua Cardi, the Rams versus the Cardinals? Well, brother, I think you answered your question there. To me, I'm playing Aubrey, but if the weather is great, it's crazy, because Aubrey can kick through the weather. So to me, that might be even a better game for Aubrey. This game might go and be like a 10-7. 14-10 game. Not that many scores, maybe a lot of field goals. All they got to do is get past the 45. He can kick it even though it's strong winds. He has that type of leg. So to me, don't run from your thoroughbred. Pause, right? You get what I'm saying? This is the time for your thoroughbred. This is what I would say, because if this is probably going to be a tough defensive game. You know the Eagles got a great defense. The Cowboys' defense is sneaky. With Michael Parsons missing those 4 games, he's coming back. He's refreshed. So they've been putting a lot of heat on quarterbacks, and Kenny Pickett is known to turn the ball over. So I would think Arbery would have a chance to kick some nice, simple 10-yard, 15-yard, 20-yard field goals. He could kick 3 or 4 of them. So I would actually go to Arbery in this one. But if you wanted to play the Rams kicker, that's going to be clean game, yeah. But I don't know how many times they're going to really ask him to kick, right? You don't know. You know, in Dallas, with that defense, both defenses, they're going to be asking those guys to kick a lot. JP, what's up? He's shaking my head. I started JSN Tua. Tua Young. You know, man, I got to go with Bryce Young. I don't feel great about it, bruh. I don't feel great about it, but I got to go with Young. Tua. Tua got more upside than Young, but is he going to hit the play with Tyreek or Waddle? He's not pushing the ball downfield, man. I'm going to go with Young, bruh, but I don't feel great about it. So make your decision. Pick 2 wide receivers: McLaurin, Adams, Kupp, St. Brown. Also Kittle or Bowers. You got to go. So I think you got to play Bowers, but you could play Kittle in the flex. I'm okay with that. This is Kittle. So I know somebody asked me about Jonnu Smith. I said you can do that. I kind of don't like doing it, but you got McLaurin and Adams. I'm probably playing McLaurin. I'm probably playing St. Brown and McLaurin. St. Brown and McLaurin. And I would probably go with Bryce Young. And then I would play Bowers over Kittle. But I would try to get Kittle in my lineup. But if you can't, that's neither here nor there. Siobhan says, Devontae Smith, Downs, Tracy, or Ford in the flex spot. Pick one and why. Thanks, TD. So, Devontae Smith, Downs, Tracy, or Ford. I would go with Ford. Reason why Ford is a running back who's getting the goal line touches. Okay, so Tracy ain't getting all the goal line touches. Devin Singletary is coming in. And Tracy catches a lot of passes, but so does Ford. So Ford over Tracy automatically right now. Downs, we don't know about AR or Joe Flacco, so that makes him volatile right there. So the play is going to be between Devontae Smith and Ford. Now, Ford came through with a bad quarterback. Devontae Smith has a backup quarterback, but he's safe. He could get 7 or 8 targets, but is it going to be clean targets? I don't know. I don't trust Kenny Pickett. I would probably go ahead and play Ford over Devontae Smith with Kenny Pickett being a starter. He's the running back, so he's got that safe goal line touch, and he also going to catch a lot of passes, so I will go with Ford. Thomas, he says, what up, bro? Man, I already played JSN, Charbonnet, and Schultz. Bruh, I don't got anything to say about those plays outside of Schultz. I'm a chastise you a little bit about Schultz. I don't understand why you're going to Schultz. I think what I'm gonna guess that the reason why you went there, because Tank Dell is out. I don't go to just cause somebody is available. If they ain't showed me that they special, Schultz has never showed that he was special. All the thing he showed is I can play with Dak Prescott, who hyper targets tight end, and I can block, and I can, I'm savvy. I wouldn't have played that, but that's neither here nor there. JSN and Charbonnet was great plays. Don't feel bad about that at all. Justin Tucker, hope I'm not toast. It's still exactly a 50-50 chance to win. Who cares about that chance? That shit do not matter. I've been projected to win at 70% and got walked down, and I've been projected where I'm projected at 30% to win. Well, I'm gonna lose, and I end up coming back and beating them when they was at 70%. So that doesn't matter to me. Just keep going down with the best guys. Don't reach for nobody just because ain't nobody else there. You don't reach for a Schultz. There's nobody else there because Tank Dell is out, so it's gonna be Nico and Schultz. No, CJ Stroud got to be like that too, right? He got to be good too, and CJ Stroud struggled. So I would say just keep starting your studs. Jimmy says, how you feel about Abdullah as a start versus the Saints? No. He had 19.5 points last week. Okay. So Jimmy, are you chasing the 19.5 points? Or this is the best guy that you got available? If that's the best guy you got available, bro, I think it's a great play. Remember, it could be anybody. But for your team, that could be a great play, and for somebody else, it could be a terrible play. For me, I got a little bit of running back depth on most of my teams, and Abdullah's going to be a terrible play for me. But when it comes to your team, don't chase the 19. Oh, but he got 19.5, so I'm going to play him over Garendo. Don't do that. I would rather go play a Garendo over him. But if he's the best guy that you got, then yeah, that's a fantastic play with the way the Las Vegas Raiders is playing, and also with the Saints having a terrible defense right now. So to me, don't chase the 19.5. Chase Watiti. This is the best play. So I want you to put back in the comments. Tell me what running backs you got on your team, on that team, particular team, and then I'll tell you if Abdullah is a nice play. Thomas says, I'm down 20-9. What side you like? Josh Allen, Kyron A-Chain, JSN, Brian Thomas Jr., Schultz, Gibbs, Sharp, Miami, Kicker, Vases, Burrow, Rico, Rashad White, Neighbors, Puka, Laporta, Justin Jefferson, Ford, Tucker. Brian Thomas Jr., Gibbs, A-Chain, Kyron. I like the first group better. I like the first group. Both of them are good, but I'm going with the first group. I like the way you answer that question. That way, I'm not being biased at all, and I'm just gonna give it to you straight raw. Pause. Whether which side are you on? I don't know which side is your team, and that's good to know sometimes. That's how you get people to be genuine. Don't give them everything in the beginning. Another super chat from my homie Chris Vila. Always super chat, bro. Matter of fact, today, I'm about to make you a moderator. Let me find you in the chat. You about to become a moderator. Okay. Yes, sir. You are a moderator, bro. You earned your way. Usually, guys, I make my moderators. You got to be loyal. I see you come. It ain't about how much money you spending or none of that. But if that's what you come here and you do, I do see that, and I do see that support. But yeah, Chris, man, he's been following me all year, man. Ain't no telling how much money he's super chatting me, man. So, bro, I just want to tell you, man, before we come in the new year, man, I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. But he says Tracy, Dowdle, or Connor. I'm going with Connor because if Connor, man, you almost kind of got to play Connor. Unless you was telling me a bunch of studs, but you got to play Connor, man. You got to go down with the ship. You got to dance with the girl that you came to the party with. I'm going with Connor out of Tracy, Dowdle, and Connor. I'm going with Connor. Debo, London, Downs, in order. I'm going with Debo, Downs, and London. Debo, Downs, and London. I think Debo is a top 5 wide receiver this week. I think Debo is going to be smashing. I don't know if y'all saw what I saw last week, but that kind of was like, well, look, we're going to run Debo into the ground right now. Because we want to showboat him, and we might trade him in the offseason. Let's see. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Okay, so Dollar Bill, he says AR5, back and foot injury. Yeah, that back a little bit. I'm not worried about that. He's going to play. That back and foot injury, I'm not worried about that. He should play. All right. Conscious Machine says thumbs up for the champions. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Conscious. Conscious has been following me a long time. He's one of the first. He's like the first 100. Like some of those, the 100, like Conscious, the first 100 to follow me. Appreciate you, bro. Jimmy says, I think Rashad White is a good play. He scored 4 touchdowns across his last 5 games. Right. But he fumbled. Now, that fumble doesn't mean that he's going to not play good or he's not going to get any snaps. But Bucky, with Bucky coming behind him, bro, it's a competition. I played in the backfield coming up in high school like that. I was a freshman. My cousin was a perennial 1,000-yard rusher, one of the best players in the county, one of the best players in the state. He was a top 10 player in the state. And then we had another cousin who was really good too. He just didn't have the recruiting process like the way my cousin had, the other cousin. We all 3 was cousins. Ain't that something? And if you fumbled, that was your ass. It don't mean that you bad, because mistakes happen. But if you fumbled, you might not get no more carries. But if you've been balling that game, they might keep giving you the carries. Bucky Irvin is balling. So to me, Rashad gonna catch his passes, but Bucky might get a couple more carries, especially with them having to win this game to get in the playoffs. So I like Rashad White, and I think he's a solid play. I think he's a top 24 running back, maybe top 28. But I think Bucky might get, let's say, 4 or 5 more carries because he deserves it, and it's late in the season, and they're gonna go with the hottest hand. And I think with Rashad White fumbling, if he don't come out there and make a big play early, they're gonna kind of just give a little bit more, give more snaps to Bucky. That's kind of the process of the way coaches work. Not saying Rashad White can't score. But you're right. He's been having he's a sneaky fantasy football player. And that's why I told y'all guys about drafting guys on the same team. I talked about that. Nobody talked about that. It's called squeezing. And you trying to get all the points from that backfield because it's a special backfield. But nobody else in fantasy football told y'all about that. Y'all thought I was crazy. I said Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, draft them together and play them at the same time. This dude, y'all listening to him? He told y'all to do it? Yes. It didn't work out with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek, but it worked out last year when both of them was top 12 wide receivers. Justin Kudo says, what up, TD? Lost Monty. Ken Walker, and now Kamara. I know, me too, bruh. My only options are Antonio Gibson, Algier, or Mostert for RB2. Which one you think I should go with? And thanks. So, bruh, I think Antonio Gibson, but the thing about Antonio Gibson, I get points for special teams. Like, if he go out and he rush for or he have a long carry as a kick return for 30, 40 yards, I get those 4 points. So, if you don't got that, it's going to be tough. I'm not going to Algier. B. John has really kind of took over that team now. We don't have to worry about the Algier stuff. Mostert just out there just to go and run his body into a bunch of guys to help A-Chain get back on his feet so he can come back in the game. So, I would go with Antonio Gibson. He got the most upside. Ramondre Stevenson has been fumbling, so he could be in the doghouse. So I would go with Antonio Gibson. I think he could get a goal line carry today just to show, look, Antonio, we've been seeing what you've been doing. You've been playing well. You haven't been fumbling. We're going to go with you today. Yeah. Deet. What's up, Deet? He says, real quick, what do you think about people not in the championship game still picking up players on the waiver wire blocking? That is a great question, Deet. That is the question of the day. Appreciate you, bruh. Yes, sir. I wish I can't wait till I get my soundboard next year. That way I can give some sounds. But bruh, that's a great question. No. If you are not in the fantasy football playoffs, your roster should be locked. Now, if you got a cancellation bracket and you playing for a cancellation championship, then what you need to do is and I play in Dynasty. I don't block the waivers. But the reason why, because these guys are fighting for positional spots as far as the cancellation bracket and where you're going to finish. So I gotta everybody's always fighting. So something means something. So I don't block anybody because it's Dynasty. It's different. But in redraft, if you out of the playoffs, you should not be going on the waiver wire until after the guys that's in the championship or in the playoffs, after they done, then these guys can go through if they got something to play for. But if you ain't got nothing to play for, that is cheating. And maybe cheating is a strong word, but that doesn't make sense. Why is this guy gonna get the number 1 waiver pickup and he ain't even in the playoffs and he ain't playing for no money, he ain't playing for nothing. He just want to pick a guy up to keep me from winning. That's when collusion can get in there, and that's bullcrap. So yeah, bro, I don't like that. I think you have to let these guys go. The ones that are already picking, let these guys. The guys that's playing against each other for the championship, let them pick, and then after they done, and then I believe the commissioner should release the rosters for the guys that's out of the playoffs and let them pick then. Renato, what's up, bro? He's the TD. Thanks, bro. On the final, I need help. Njoku out. Henry or Okonkwo? I'm going with Okonkwo. I'm getting a little, yeah. I'm with Okonkwo today because Henry is good. He's a solid tight end, but Okonkwo with Mason Rudolph, they know they need to get Okonkwo the ball. I don't know if they want to showboat him and maybe trade him, but this guy's that guy got 8-9 targets. That's elite targets for a tight end. So I'm going with Okonkwo. And pick 3, McLaurin, Kupp, Malik Neighbors, Romeo, McMillan, Tracy Jr. Thank you. So first, I'm going with McLaurin, Malik Neighbors, and McMillan in full PPR. If it's half-point PPR, you could take out maybe McMillan for Tracy Jr. or somebody, but I wouldn't do it. I would play McMillan in full PPR. And half PPR, I like him too. And Malik Neighbors and McLaurin. Cup, man, I want to put Cup over Tracy Jr., but I really can't. I really can't. C.A. Jefferson said, AR didn't practice all week. I just pick up Flacco. Right. Yeah. If AR, okay, guys, I had no clue about that. I saw that injury. I didn't know he wasn't practicing. That's why I appreciate you guys coming in with the data that you have also. Yeah, that's tough. AR with no practice? I don't care if it is the Giants. Yeah, man, go pick up Flacco, bro. Woo! Damn, AR in a championship week? That's crazy, man. Jimmy says, beware the unpredictable of Kyler Murray if you plan on starting him. There you go. Right, Jimmy. That's not what he is. That's why I don't really get upset about Kyler Murray. I got him in a dynasty league. I start him every week. I got no other choice. But I know what he is. I know he can go for 5 points or 45 points. Either way, I'm okay with it because I know what he is. I love that comment, Jimmy. T. Jones. Sorry about that. Got a super chat from T. Jones. My bad, bro. T. Jones says, Hawk or Okonkwo? I'm going with Okonkwo. Got an, okay, we did that one already. But yeah, I'm going with Okonkwo over Hawk, T. Jones. Appreciate you, bro. Sorry about that. I took a little while to get to that question. Let's see. Conscious said, deep, people vulturing players while out of the playoffs is dirty, in my opinion. I agree. KJ. Okay, wait a minute. He says, so with D also says Cup, Reed, or Jameson Williams, pick two. So, brothers, what do you need? Upside or safe? If your team projected to win, you projected to win by 15, 20 points, then, I'll probably go on, because, Jameson Williams got to be played. Jameson, and I would go with Cup. I would go with Jameson and Cup over Reed. KJ says Blackshear since Hubbard is out, or Tajay Spears if Pollard is out. Tajay Spears if Pollard is out. I would probably go with Tajay Spears even if Pollard ain't out. I probably would. I'm not telling you have to, but I probably would. I don't want to play Blackshear. I just don't know what type of opportunities he's going to get. Conjure said, let's go. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. Mr. Anderson. What's up, bro? He says, what up, bro? Tracy or McMillan played Keenan Allen? I would say McMillan. You got to go with McMillan. And Keenan Allen was a great play. That was a good play. I mean, you had to play Keenan Allen. The only person that has chemistry that I trust with Caleb Williams is Keenan Allen. So I thought that was a great play. Unless you had a superstar team. Thomas says Spears over Blackshear, in my opinion. Yes. No matter what, even if Tony Pollard plays. Jimmy said, do you think Rico will be the focal point of the Dallas offense this week with Lamb out for the rest? No, because Rico, how you gonna run the ball? Okay, let's see here. Nah. I don't like Rico against the Eagles defense. Yeah, I don't like. Now, if you want to start him, I think he's a nice start, but I don't think he's going to have a good game against the Eagles. Against the Eagles, I don't think he's going to have a good game. Awful says started Ferry Bond and JSN. They killed me. Also lost Chuba. Should I start Debo or Jameson Williams? I would start Debo over Jameson Williams. Also, if Guerrero doesn't play, should I play Amir Abdullah or Madison? I would play Amir Abdullah in full PPR if that's the best. If those two guys are your best guys, if Amir Abdullah and Madison are your best two guys, I would go with Amir Abdullah for full PPR catches. And I think Amir could score 5-6 points off of just catches and garbage time. Which this game might not be garbage time, but you don't really need garbage time. I would say just players that we haven't really been playing in fantasy. I think Amir Abdullah is good, and I would rather play Amir Abdullah over Madison, who doesn't have a lot of athletic ability at this point in time of his career. Um, so yeah, if Guerrero doesn't play, I would go to Amir Abdullah. If that's the two best guys you got over Amir and Madison, I would play Amir Abdullah over Madison. I would also play Debo over Jamison Williams. Another super chat from Chris Villa. He said Debo Cup forward or Brian Robinson. I would go with I'm gonna get a little cute, man. So I'm gonna give you the safe play. The safe play to me would be Ford. Brian Robinson, we probably gonna be angry that we didn't play him this week, but I don't want to go off of last week too much because I still think Brian Robinson is the goal line running back, but he fumbled. So I just want to put that out there. I like Brian Robinson. Normally, I would say 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, I would say Brian Robinson, it would be easy. Over Cup, Debo, and Ford. But right now, I think I'm going to go Debo. And I'm getting cute. I'm actually, I'm giving you the sauce. Not saying this is what's going to happen, but I'm giving you my personal opinion, what I've been watching. Debo looks like this is a Debo team for the rest of this year. Man, he's hot. He's on fire. He's getting those end arounds and shit again. He's running through tackles, and he's healthy. He didn't have no shoulder bruise or none of that after the game, so he should be good. So I like Debo over these guys that's elite. I would call Ford elite this week. I would call him elite this week. I would call Brian Robinson a solid play. It's solid. I would call Cup a okay play. So I'm going to go with Debo, bro. I'm going with Debo. But to me, next guy that I would probably play probably would be Ford, but I like Brian Robinson too. Not telling you to play Brian Robinson. I just want you to know, be aware that he can score 2 rushing touchdowns today. Not today, but Sunday. Mr. Anderson says, Ladd or Jennings for the boom. Ladd all day. Ladd all day over Jennings for PPR. No, it doesn't worry me because it's Debo. They don't need Debo next year. That's why they're running Debo into the ground, Chris. So no, it doesn't worry me about the Niners being out. It actually helps me make the decision for Debo. If they were still in contention, Guerrero would have the sauce. I would think they would use Guerrero to keep Debo fresh for the playoffs. But with no Debo needing to be fresh for the playoffs, and they probably have to redo some contracts in the offseason, they're going to run Debo into the ground. So that's why I love Debo, and it doesn't matter. I actually think it helps Debo. Jimmy says Sean Payton has been unpredictable to deploy his running backs. Facts. Kales, what's up, Kales? He says Juwan Johnson, Jake Ferguson, or Tyler Conklin. I'm going with Tyler Conklin, man, because Juwan Johnson with Spencer Rattler, I can't trust. I can't trust it. Jake Ferguson, you would think it would be good with for the Cowboys, but I don't want to stream. He hasn't been getting the targets that he usually gets for the Cowboys lately, so I'm probably going with Tyler Conklin, who they got to worry about those wide receivers on each side of him, and he should get one-on-one coverage on play action and stuff like that. So I would probably go with Tyler Conklin at this point because of the other guy's situation. Awful says Dolphins defense versus Cleveland Raiders or versus Saints and Bucks versus the Panthers. So what defense? I would go with the Dolphins defense versus the Clevelands. And then my second defense would be the Raiders versus the Saints. Kale says J-Mo or Dobbs. I'm going with J-Mo for the boom. What's up, Eddie? I see you, bruh. Thomas says they showcasing Debo to trade him. Come on, Thomas. Preach. They are. That's why I love Debo. Debo is a top 5 player. He's a top 5 player. Guys, I'm letting my coffee go cold. Listen, y'all know, man, when I get to talking my fantasy, it don't matter. I tap out. I'm going to another different dimension. Come on, Conscious. Let's talk about the dimensions. This that mushroom coffee. What's up, bruh? I see you, Travis Looney. What's up? Guys, y'all know I forgot about the Christmas. I forgot about the Christmas giveaway until I got up this morning. I'm like, yeah, I got to get ready for I'm like, damn, Christmas passed. So I forgot about the Christmas giveaway. It was the other day. I supposed to been giving away some stuff, so I'm gonna do it for New Year's. We just gonna sit around. I might go live for a long, long time. So I might go live from the desktop, and I'm just gonna be giving away stuff. Now it ain't gonna be nothing crazy. I'm not gonna be giving away no $400, $500 PlayStations, but I will be giving away some decent prizes from 10 to 20, 30 to up to $50. I will be giving away some stuff. So make sure y'all tune in. I will be letting y'all know, and I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna announce it before I go live. I'm not gonna just wait to that day and say I'm doing it. So I'm probably right now. It's probably gonna be January the 1st, but I'll let you know tomorrow what day it's gonna be. But anyway, Brandon says Herbert my quarterback, so Ladd over JK. Okay, if that's how you feel strong about that, I respect that. But JK gonna get them goal line touches. But he says, my wide receivers, Jamar. My running backs are Jacobs and Saquon. Okay, that's why I got to pick between Ladd, JK, and J-Mo. Got you. Love the context, but I still got to tell you, even though that's a great point, you got to get JK in there. That's why I preach about sometimes not having too much talent, because sometimes guys come from like top 30 down to like a top 5 play in 1 week, and we can't put him in there because our team is so deep. But this guy's going to have the best chance to score. Now, he might not outscore Jamar Chase, and he might not outscore Justin Jefferson, but he might outscore, like, the Michael Pittmans and the J-Mos and stuff like that, right? So we have to be careful about that. But, yeah, bro, you're making the right decision. I understand your philosophy, and I don't have nothing to say about you starting Ladd. I just want to say for everybody's sake, for starting sake, JK is a start. Appreciate you, Brandon. Jimmy says Chigo Conco has become Mason Rudolph go-to guy. Come on now, Jimmy. Come on now, Jimmy. Preach. Hey, that's gonna be one of my soundboards. Preach. Conscious, I got you, bro. It's all good. I know you deleted and you as you should. Because I understand. You was trying to make sure he come respectful. Right. My old man taught me when I was young that that's a disrespectful way to address a man. It is. But some of these people, man, I'm learning every day, bro. I keep it moving. I don't care what they say. I want to keep the content coming. It's too many. I got too many guys that are great and guys and ladies that support me. I gotta just kind of let them do them. Let them say what they want to say. But I appreciate you, bro. You exactly right, and you should delete that comment. Even I don't think he meant it that way, but I get it. KL says Jawan Jennings, Cooper Kupp, J-Mo pick. I'm going with J-Mo. Man. It's the upside. Now, the safe play would be Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings is a safe play. He's going to get about 8 or 9 targets. I don't know if he's going to score. I think Debo Rhodes hurts Jawan Jennings at this point in time. Debo's came back and took his spot on his team at the end of the year when they out of the playoffs. So I like J-Mo. Especially with with David Montgomery being out, J-Mo is the one that's picking up the pieces. Laporta is too. He's coming back to his role. So, but I would say J-Mo, man. Trey says, yo, would you start Kyle Satera, Jawan Johnson, or Disley? Smart at the tight end. I might go with Smart at the tight end. I think Smart is a very agile pass-catching tight end. Jawan Johnson, it's all about Spencer Rattler. Do you think Spencer Rattler is going to hyper-target Jawan Johnson? What did he do last week with Spencer Rattler? That's the thing you got to say. So right now, I don't know if I want to play Kyle Katera with Kenny Pickett being the starting quarterback. So I would go with Smart. I like Smart a little bit better. Yeah, let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. Chris says pick 2, Downs, Flacco, Debo, or London. I'm going with Debo and Downs. Debo and Downs. Siobhan says lost last week, so now competing for 3rd place this week. Good luck, everyone. It be like that sometimes. I was in like 17 leagues. I only made it to the championship in like 6 or 7 of them. It is. I was in like 11 semifinals, and I lost like 3 or 4 of them. One of them I lost by 1 point. It's okay. I'm okay about it. I had a great year. I can lose and say I had a great year because I did the best that I could, and I made it, and I stuck with my guns. That's what makes me feel good about my fantasy football yearly review. It's not that I won, because I'm not saying luck is in it like that, because a lot of people kind of call this luck, but it's me making sound decisions and going down with it. If I can, the better I get better at fantasy, the more I say, well, I don't care what happens right here. I'm going to do with this. Usually those results help me and I do good in fantasy. But when I'm kind of volatile and just being up for anything, for any player that's playing good, usually that doesn't do good for me in fantasy. Appreciate you, Siobhan, here supporting the channel. I appreciate you still here supporting the channel. That shows you are a tough mental individual. A lot of people can't be here after they out of it. I know I can't. I don't want to listen to fantasy football content if I don't got anything going on. C.A. Jefferson says, with J.K. Dobbins back and the Vikings playing Green Bay, start Herbert or Sam Darnold? I would start Herbert. Jimmy says the MVP rate should be closer than it is with Lamar Jackson having thrown for 37 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. I think it's 39, bro. He got 39 touchdowns. He's leading now. Josh had a bad game. So now Lamar is on top. But they still got 2 more games to play. Chris says Nix, Young, or Rodgers. I would go with Bo Nix over Young and Rodgers. I would go with Bo Nix. Trey says, yo, Herbert or Richardson unhealthy. I know, bro. I know. I still like Herbert. Herbert still is going to play, and he can still get the ball out. Richardson, man, it's a travesty, man. We needed him for the Giants. Going against the Giants. That's a great matchup. So it looks like we might have to pivot to Joe Flacco or pivot to somebody else. Now, it's been out for a while that JK, they made it probably official now, but it's been out there a while that JK was going to do. But yeah, it's officially active. Right, officially. Philly Dog says, a choice. Shaving the top half of your mustache off is definitely a choice. Thank you, Philly Dog. Appreciate you being here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Benjamin says, Jonnu, McMillan, or Mooney in the flex. I'm going with McMillan. Chris says, Ford or Cup. I'm going with Ford. Siobhan says, thanks, TD. You confirmed what I was thinking. MVM says, Addison, MHJ, Jameson, Debo, Neighbors, please pick 3, Purdy or Goff. I'm going with Goff over Purdy. And I'm going with Okonkwo over Hawkinson. And the 3 guys that I'm picking would be Debo, Neighbors, and I will go with Jameson. I'm going with Jameson over Addison because I think the matchup is a little bit tougher. I think Green Bay defense is a little bit tougher. I like Addison, but I'm going to go with Jameson, man. I think that Jameson got a special role in this offense, and I like his upside. So I'm going with Jameson, Debo, and Neighbors. KO says Tracy Jr. or Amir Abdullah. Let's go with Amir Abdullah. I didn't know Amir had, I know he had a solid week. I thought he just caught a lot of passes. I didn't know his points was actually 19. Tracy, man, with Devin Singletary coming in and taking goal line carries, that makes me upset. I like Amir Abdullah. They got to get the ball out fast and quick, so they're going to have a lot of manufactured targets for Amir Abdullah underneath. Tracy Jr., man, if he don't make a big play, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. The Colts need to win this game in order to go to the playoffs. So I will go with Amir Abdullah, but if you play Tracy, it's kind of tomato. But I'm gonna go with Amir Abdullah. I like his role for the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, guys, I'm gonna go live for probably about 5 or 10 more minutes because my phone is going dead. You know, my mic be burning up my juice. Thomas says, yeah, I messed up playing Schultz. Thought he would have been decent. Also kind of wanted a reason to watch. Bruh, I understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why I get in y'all mind, because I had to do that. I started making dumbass. I made a dumbass decision like a couple weeks ago in the beginning of my playoffs when I lost in one league, but I had to. I didn't have anybody else to play. I played Vidal because I had lost a player. Alvin Kamara was out for the rest of the year, and I'm like, damn. So I'm like, I need to get some boom. This guy was projected to beat me by 50 points. And I played Vidal, and it was a bad move. And why? I thought about why did I play Vidal? Why did I play Vidal? I could have played somebody. I could have played Antonio Gibson. I played Vidal because I wanted to watch the game and cheer for somebody. And a lot of people don't talk about this shit. And that's very important. You got to stay out of it. You got to say, nope, I don't care if I'm watching this game. I'm going to bet on DFS. I'm not playing nobody just because I want to watch the game. Bro, I used to do that shit all the time. And I stopped doing it. And it made me a better fantasy player. So I love that, man. I'm going to make a video on that, Chris. I mean, not Chris, Thomas. I'm going to make a video on that. I understand it, but I don't have nothing to chastise you about because I've done that too. Chris Vader said, let's go. Yes, sir. Rio James says Chris Olave is listed as questionable for Sunday game against the Raiders. Okay, it said that he was still hurt. They said he was still hurt. Okay. I just want to see something, guys. Something didn't look right. Got another super chat from Chris Ridley. Says real quick, under overs today. Underdog fantasy. Under overs today. Okay, underdog fantasy. So let me look at it real quick, Chris. Let me go to the draft. Okay, now it's actually it's the champions over and under. I like Ladd McConkey. Higher than 5.5 receptions. I like Ladd McConkey. I'm gonna give y'all 3. I like Ladd for that. I like J.K. Dobbins for 1 rushing touchdown. So I would take J.K. Dobbins as a rushing touchdown. Let me find you one more. I like Puka Nacua for over 6.5 catches. Those are three overs and unders that I like. Yes, sir. Bro, I'm gonna be doing a lot of that once the fantasy football season over. When we get in the playoffs, I'm gonna be doing lives where I'm doing underdogs. So it's gonna be from the desktop. We're gonna be doing a lot of that. All right. Yeah, Thomas says Ramondre Stevenson fumbled and got benched, but he came back in the game. But he did. Look at Ramondre Spitz. You might like him at home today. Right, I do. I'm playing Ramondre. I got to play Ramondre and Gibson together in one league, in the one dynasty league I got. Gibson is sneaky too. It's rainy and not too cold in Massachusetts. Thomas says all my leagues have a consultation or cancellation money bracket. It's free for all. Right. Okay. So you got them guys can go into the waivers after the guys that's in the championship game. Chig, yes, Chig is on fire conscious. Yes, sir. He's a top 5 starting tight end today, I believe. Well, not today, but you get it for the rest of the week. Thomas says, should I have played Chig over Schultz? Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. But listen, I'm not gonna sit here and chastise you too much, but yeah, you should have played Chig. Dalton Schultz has no athletic ability, and the offense is not flowing. This hurt Nico. S. Knox says, should I start Jerome Ford or Michael Pittman in the flex since Flacco is playing? I would still go with Jerome Ford. I'm not just going to toss everything up and throw it out because Flacco is about to play. I still got to make some type of decisions. I'm still going with Jerome Ford, but Michael Pittman value definitely does go up a little bit with Joe Flacco being the starting quarterback. Robert Mallett says, TD pick 2, T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, Dobbs. I will go with T. Higgins and Jamison Williams. Okay. Guys, I'm kind of going through these. I got to find Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. Yes, sir. What's up, bruh? I'm going. I got to cherry pick some of these comments because I want to get out of here. I don't want my phone to go dead on me. Can says we made it to the ship. Got a good lineup ready to go. But with the Flacco news, should I sub MHJ out the flex and play Downs instead? Or let Marv ride? I probably would play Downs instead. So if they said that Joe Flacco is the pure starter, Josh Downs goes to a top 24 wide receiver. C.A. Jefferson said that's why I was like, man, Stafford or banged up AR. Right. I see, man. Yeah, man. You're gonna have to you probably gonna have to go with Stafford. I would go, no. Go get Joe Flacco, man. And you got Josh Downs, go get Joe Flacco. Go down with him. I think that's a good because the matchup is good. The Giants, go with Joe Flacco. Thank y'all guys for helping me. Now, hey, AR, if he's out, you gotta go. Joe Flacco is the next move for most of you. I just didn't want to be waiting. Is Joe gonna play? But since they already made the decision, then it's easier for us. Real James says, I'm predicting a 100 yards plus multi-touchdown game performance for McLaurin this week, and I think you are spot on. MVM says Knicks or AR5 or Kyler Murray. I'm going with Knicks. Right. Okay. Joe says 2 flex spots between Madison, Spears, Watson, Waddle, and Westbrook Akina. I'm going with Spears. I guess I say Spears and Westbrook Akina, but I don't feel great about it. That's tough, man. 2 flex spots. I would go with Spears and Watson. I would go with Spears and Watson. It's hard for me to go with Waddle. It's hard. Okay. KO says J-Mo a cup. I'm going with J-Mo. KO says J-Mo Coco. I'm going with J-Mo. Thomas says, what's your thoughts on having a consultation bracket that pays? I like it. My thoughts are it keeps everyone competitive to the end, even if they out of. I agree with that. But you just can't go to the waivers until the guys that's in the championship is after they do it. Now, Dynasty is a little bit different. You got to keep it open for everybody. Let's see. Chris says, does it? Where are you? We talked about that already. What's up, Travis? Buka says, what up, bro? First time watching here. What are your thoughts on Jalen Coker, Keyshawn Butte, Jerome Ford, and Jalen Warren in Dynasty teams? I like Jerome Ford. I think he is a start today. Butte is a sneaky buy low on for maybe a 3rd or 4th round that you can get him for. Coker is going to be good too going forward for Bryce Young. And Jalen Warren is a good PPR back that I would buy low on because he's eventually going to have like probably a starting role for the Steelers. Thomas says something random. I think I asked already, but can us members get a redraft league together? Yeah, that's what, and I did it this year. The members, the only thing, if it's gonna be like a regular redraft, then I'm not gonna be in it because I don't got time, and I got too many other leagues to set my lineups in. So I allow y'all to do it, and I make somebody the commissioner. And that way, y'all can set up your own leagues, man. And I'm okay with that. I can have plenty of leagues where I'm not in it. If I'm going to be in it, it's going to have to be best ball. But if y'all want a regular redraft league, then I will appoint somebody, probably one of the members, and they'll set everything up. And I'll be kind of commissioned where I come in and look at it. But I won't have a team. Well, yes, I'm definitely going to be doing that for the members this year, Thomas. Cornerback 12 says, have you ever played football? Yes, bro. I was look my name up. I was a top ranked player in North Carolina in 2003 and 4. Before this crazy stuff happened to me. But I was a top 5 running back in the state as a sophomore on varsity. I played all 4 years of varsity. My name is Terry Good with an E at the end. Go look it up in North Carolina. Mafu said, what up, brother? Having a hard time deciding against Chig or Tucker Craft? Go with Chig or Conqueror. Pollard, Ford, or Spears, I'm going with Ford. But if Pollard is out, it's Spears. Who do you think the Pats would draft? I was thinking more of Travis, like a Travis Hunter type. They need some more weapons. So get Travis Hunter and then get another wide receiver too. I would think they would get Travis Hunter and another wide receiver. All right, guys. I'm sorry I got to get rid of it. He says, my man, appreciate you. Dobbins or Connor? I'm going with Dobbins over Connor. Terry says Terry Stevens says start all Commanders. I agree. Let me see here. Dang, he said Thomas says only bad thing about Washington is no underdog, no best ball. Wow. C.A. James said, I didn't peep Adula was balling like that. Me neither. Picked him up and subbing over Tracy as soon as possible. Facts. Down should be considered a solid number 3 fantasy wide receiver in all leagues if Flacco starts in place of Richardson. I agree with that, Rio. Lamade Zacchaeus. Rio says it's the only worth a look in deeper leagues if you desperate for wide receiver 3. Facts. Thomas said, that's too funny, TD. Wanted to watch the game is what it is. Level out. I'm not that bad, but yeah, right. B. Grown says, would you play Brian Thomas Jr. over McLaurin? Bro, that's tough. That is tough, man. I'm gonna say yeah, man, but that's tomato. I think you can't go wrong with any one of those guys. Michael Durden says T. Higgins saves us from salary, and I love the lineups I can make with it. But do you think fading Chase is a bad idea? It depends on DFS. It's not a bad idea, but it's a bad idea to fade them in regular fantasy and redraft leagues. Last comment, guys. Super chat from T. Jones. He says, Cook or Dobbins? You got to play James Cook. You got to play James Cook over Dobbins. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Listen, we got 40 people in the chat. We got 40 likes. I appreciate that. Guys, I'm sorry I couldn't get to every single comment, but now my phone is going dead. When I bring the mic in, the battery life goes down. So I apologize for that. But guys, I appreciate you. Again, like I told you, I will be letting y'all know tomorrow what day I'm going to do my New Year's giveaway for the members. You got to be, if you want to sign up as a member. If you want to get these gifts, now everybody will be allowed to come to the live, but it's going to be only members who are going to get these gifts. So make sure I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away helmets, shirts, cards, just a little bit of, nothing too expensive, but stuff that I just want to show appreciation for my people and my members. So I'll see y'all later. It says you only played 2 games in 2010. No, that's Thomas. That's Greensboro. That's Greensboro College. Go back to high school. I graduated in 06. Go to Southern Alamance. You looking at Greensboro College? That's the green. That's the white and green jersey. That was yeah, bro. I had been out for a while there. I was like 23. So that was my comeback after what happened for my documentary. Go look at that. Go look that up too. Let me see. Eddie Phillips says, what's up, bro? Need 2.5 PPR. Dobbins, Higgins, and McConkey, and Brian Thomas. I'm going to say Brian Thomas and McConkey. In full PPR, I got to go with Brian Thomas and McConkey. Or Brian Thomas and Dobbins. But you can't go wrong, Eddie. You got a lot of great talent on that team. I like Dobbins, I like Higgins, I like McConkey, and I like Brian Thomas. But who I like the most out of the two is Brian Thomas and McConkey. Yeah, he said, oh, my bad. Yeah, that's fine. I saw your high school running back photo. Young Good. Right. Yeah, the green one, it ain't me. It's the white and green is the one when I'm in the red. You said all the crazy stuff happened to you. I'd love to hear your story one day. Bro, go look it up. I got it on my channel. It's called, go type in documentary. Just go to my channel and type in documentary. And that's just half of it. And you can see, and I'm going to post some stuff for y'all. I mean, I've already did that. Hit me up on my Gmail, and I'll send it to you. I'm not going to sit there and overdo it because I done sent it out a couple times. But, yeah, go to my channel and type in documentary, and you can watch the whole documentary. All right, y'all guys be safe. See y'all later. Peace.